How's it going, guys? I'm going to show you how I take my notes and submit my emails. That way we can all be on the same page. You can see what works for me. You can use a different program. You don't have to use the program that I'm showing you. It's just what works for me, what I find to be easy. If you do yours a different way, we can show everybody that way too if you'd like. So what I use is Microsoft OneNote. With Microsoft OneNote, I just get my work order signed off of my phone. I just hit send to OneNote, and then they auto-populate right here once I get the work order signed. And then I send it to OneNote, and they'll just show up right here. And I can do all this from my phone. Everything syncs automatically from my phone to my computer. And then from there, I'll build my email, and then I'll send the email, and then I'll copy and paste this to have it stored. So here is a list of all the work orders that I've done at every club. So here's everything I did at Pearland. Here's everything I did at Sugarland. Everything I've done at San Felipe. So I have detailed notes on what I did, when I did it, how I did it. There's pictures. I mean, the program works pretty well, so that way you have a good idea of what happened and when, in case there's any questions later about anything. So detailed notes are always good for yourself, just in case. So, for example, this is a work order I just did in Pearland. So, I got it signed. I hit send to OneNote. The signed work order populated right here. It automatically shows what the work order number is and has the signed sheet. On this, it has my detailed notes of everything that happened at the club, what was wrong with it, what I found, what needed to be done, what parts are needed, and what the club told me. So those are all my detailed notes. Below I'll just have, what my miles and hours were, or my time and labor. Below I have the parts that I need for the repairs. So first is the parts needed for the repair from the work orders right here. And anytime you go on a work order, you should at least try to find 2 things that need to be fixed, so that way you can return. So every time I go, I talk to the club, see if they know of anything that needs to be repaired. And in this instance, the club mentioned to me that treadmill 14, when heavier people are running on it at high speeds, the deck will start to bounce. So I recommended replacing the deck cushions and the bushings, so that way it'll minimize the wobbling of the deck board. So it was an easy find. And then same with this one, some of the plastics on the back of the treadmill, they were all loose due to rusted hardware. So I just recommended replacing all of those screws to keep the plastics down, so that way nobody trips over it. So 2 easy finds, that way I can return and get another work order out of this. And then you always want to put your invoice number there at the bottom, so that way you can keep track of which invoice this is, so that way you can keep track of how and when you're getting paid. So whenever this is done, I'll go ahead and do my Excel sheet of my work orders, or my invoice, and then I'll attach that as well, or separately. They don't necessarily have to be in the same email, but just as long as you submit your invoices. Now all this notes are done. All I'll do is I'll copy this whole page, and then I'll paste it into my email. So everything's the exact same, just copied and pasted in. I've got my attached signed work order, all of my notes, highlighted, parts that are needed, and my invoice number. That way I can turn that in, it's easy, and if it's formatted the same way for everybody, it's easy for everyone to get it, know exactly what's going on. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to email me or give me a call. If you have an easier method of doing this, please let me know. I found this method to be pretty simple. If you have questions about the program that I use or how I do it, also give me an email or call, and I'll give another detailed email or video showing you how I use the same program on my phone before sending it to the computer. But it's all pretty easy. If you have any questions, like I said, just give me a call. Thanks a lot.